Hello and welcome back everywhere to the Star Ladder TV Pro Series Season 11. This is the lower bracket playoff Donkey Dota versus Qnatek Esports, where Qnatek, they took game number 1 rather convincingly, in all honesty. So we'll see if Donkey Dota have something up their sleeves, maybe kind of a pocket strategy as we saw from Scary Faces, which used a Pudge, a Lina, as well as a Bloodseeker. But looks not to be the case. Skyra first pick, man, boring! But we'll see what Qnatek has in store for us. We're of course SLTV, I'm Couchor, and I'm joined by Mr. Blackadder Man. What hero would you like to see?
Well, hero would I love to see? That's always a self-answering question with me. Bring on a Warlock. Just drop the rock over and over again. I love seeing Warlock played. It's just so rare.
To be honest, it's probably up there with like Huskar and whatnot at the moment. There was like a small time frame where Warlock was semi-popular, I can say, but that was a really small time frame.
Yeah, he has his moments where he's picked up, and he can do a lot, but he needs a team that can work with him. Because you consider what he brings to the table. He's got a pretty good heal. He's got Fatal Bonds, which can do some good damage. He's got Upheaval, probably the best slow in the game. Downside, it's channeled. And he's got the Golem. The Golem works best if the targets can all be held together. So you want something like a Magnus or a Tide, or just something that has a big stun. Because they're good for pushing, they're good for just doing huge damage. Downsides of Warlock, though, the long cooldown on the Golems.
That is probably like the biggest weakness. For example, if you're like a Death Prophet, yes, you have a huge cooldown on the ultimate, but even without that, you can still spam Crypt Swarms, just you have the silence as well. So you can still do something. Whereas a Warlock, I guess arguably you can do something as well, Fatal Bonds for example, or Upheaval. But it's just not as impactful or that reliable. But looking at this draft, Ogre and an Elder Titan picked up from Qnatek. Donkey Dota going for a Vengeful now. But for Qnatek, is this an Ember Spirit Elder Titan combination, for example?
Hmm. For Elder Titan, this hero fell off in terms of popularity after, I think it was 6.82. I mean, he does have his perks, but again, his weaknesses are many. I mean, he can do some good punch damage in the off lane, but he mainly, and I say mainly, got played as a four-role support in a tri-lane scenario that could roam with someone with a large stun, like an ogre. I mean, this kind of combo is nice, especially if you've got something that can deal large amounts of physical damage. But the downside here is a Titan needs many levels. I mean, the higher the level the Titan, the bigger the impact with Natural Order, with Ancestral Spirit, and with, of course, the Earth Splitter. But in a four-role support that's roaming with an ogre, a Titan just does not get enough levels early enough, in my honest opinion.
That definitely is a valid point you make here as well. Like I said, the more levels you get, the faster you're gonna have Natural Order maxed out, of course. And that's why you usually really pick the Elder Titan. Earth Splitter can be nice as well, especially since it's percentage based. So even up against tanky heroes, it does a crap ton of damage. But, I mean, we'll see how Qnatek want to run it. To be honest, I would maybe hope for an offlane Elder Titan at this game, just because otherwise it's Elder Titan and Ogre as supports. How much would they be able to accomplish?
I honestly don't think they'll be able to accomplish enough, considering there are enough ways to kite, slow, or silence, hell, even stun from the pair of Donkey Dota's heroes right now. I mean, Vengeful Spirit is good negative armor as well, so I wouldn't be opposed to seeing a negative armor style of strategy. Then again, I see the Skyrath, and that doesn't sort of fit the bill. I mean, if I wanted to see negative armor to pair up with a VS, I would hands down pick a Dazzle, but not the case here.
I mean, I guess a Dazzle could still be a possibility, but that would mean that it's a Skyrim Mage mid, which also would take away from the minus armor, because otherwise could be going for like an Alchemist or really anything other than that. So we'll see. Qnatek though, they have two melee heroes, maybe any kind of ranged incoming now. Puck is still available if they want to go for that mid lane, for example. I guess Ancient Seal is rather good against the Puck, but I mean, Puck is elusive enough to make it work in most cases anyway.
You'd actually raise a really good point there, since we're going to go with the Queen of Pain for high burst, which does work very well with the Titan. Then again, Queen of Pain now deals pure damage, so less so with the Titan. But if it's a 4-roll Elder Titan with a 5-roll Ogre Magi, they're both melee. Two supports being melee really does not work when you're up against two supports that are range. And now we get the Puck pickup for Donkey. So we're going to have a Puck Queen of Pain fight in the mid, which is possibly the most classic mid engagement in the entire game, in the entire 8-year history of Dota that I know. This kind of matchup in mid is sort of why Dota was popular back then.
But in that kind of matchup, I guess Puck maybe has a slight upper hand just because Shadow Strike should never ever land.
Sure, it should never ever land, but faking it or just playing around it and just being aggressive with the Queen of Pain can get you what you need. Because if you're making the Puck phase shift, you can spend more time trying the last hit. It's all about levels, though, and denies with this matchup. Whoever comes out with level 6 or 7 first in this mid lane matchup will have an advantage because they can rotate around and kill, say, the Venge or the Skywrath or the flips of the coin, the Ogre and the Titan. And now we get a Juggernaut for Qnatek. So
There's going to be a draw on Donkey Dota, man.
you think? You think we're going to see a drow?
Yeah, it's first of all they already have 3 ranged heroes. One of them is Vengeful, which is even better to be honest. I think it's definitely why I will pick the Gust also to try to deal with the Queen of Pain.
I suppose, yeah, that does make some sense. But again, it's the Queen of Pain who can just blink into melee with a drow and just shut down her marksmanship. And now we do see the Doom pick up. So is this going to be a lane farming Doom or is it going to be an off lane Doom?
I would probably expect him to be off lane at the moment. They can maybe swap things around, but I would think rather off lane Doom than safe lane farm. Just because Doombringer, as strong as he may be, I think just he can be just as strong while being in the off lane. Maybe he's going to take off a little bit slower, but he's going to get his items eventually anyway. That's just how the hero works.
Yeah, very true. And now we do see the drow ban, so there'll be no drow. And I think that is a very wise choice coming out of Qnatek. But for Qnatek, they did help themselves to a Juggernaut. So we've got the Healing Ward there for very good pushing power. Very good early game team fight with the Omni Slash and the Spin. Usually, I would say Juggernaut, after the 30-minute mark, falls off quite heavily. I can remember a stat from Bruno a while back where the differential is 40% between winning and losing past the 30-minute mark with the Juggernaut. But after the buff to Juggernaut, I'm not sure that applies anymore because he's now got a much better base attack time, considering he's got 6 more agility. It's going to increase his attack speed. It's going to give him more damage early, which was one of his biggest weaknesses. I like Juggernaut in this patch. He feels much more stable in the late game.
The biggest issue that Juggernaut has faced, I mean, ever since the patch, definitely has gotten picked up a lot more by just any kind of team, whether it be pro, tier 2, whatnot. But the thing is that most people agree to the fact that Juggernaut is not the greatest as like a solo carry of sorts. You need like somebody else to also pull some of the weight. I guess Queen of Pain does kind of fit the bill because you have nice magic damage. Well, some of it is pure, but still nice damage nonetheless. And Queen of Pain is one of those heroes that can rather easily transition into right-click damage as well if need be. But well, they're going for a Templar Assassin now. So they're not going to lack for damage. Definitely not with the kind of lineup that they have. And especially with the Elder Titan being there. But what are their lanes going to be?
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now, because you could go with the Templar Assassin mid, the Juggernaut safe lane... No, the Queen of Pain safe lane farming, and then an aggressive try, but that would be a 3 melee aggressive try. So I suppose Templar Assassin safe lane farming, Juggernaut... No, Juggernaut can't... I don't know. I honestly don't. This is bizarre. I mean, surely Queen of Pain off lane, Juggernaut safe lane, Templar mid up against the Puck, and then a roaming Ogre Titan pairing? I mean, it makes the most sense to me.
I would think so as well, that the Quap will be off lane and TA mid against the Puck. TA actually does fairly well against the Puck just because Puck doesn't really have much of anything to deal with the refraction. I mean, really early on you can still just right click enough because refraction doesn't have enough charges for the Templar. But Templar should handle his own in that lane. I guess there's a slight chance of like a Queen of Pain tri-lane, which I've seen a couple of times, but uh, yeah, in this case at least. So I don't know, we'll see. But for Donkey Dota, kind of expecting a safe lane core to come for them. Morphling is available if they would like to go for that one. They could use something though that can just kind of deal with the refraction. I guess Doombringer with just having the scorched earth is decent-ish already, but are there even any cores left in the pool that just can dish out a lot of damage, yet still deal with the refraction easily?
Alchemist. Or Troll. This could work. I like the idea of a Troll here. I was going to say Alchemist because you've got the Acid Spray. And after the buffs to him, he is capable of being that one role big king of everything again. But a Troll Warlord can get past the refraction fairly quick, say not as quick as Acid Spray, but can do a lot of physical damage, can buff his entire team. This will be an interesting one. I like Troll. I really do. I'm just hoping this works for Nico.
I mean, Troll definitely isn't too bad. The thing is that they don't have like the greatest of synergies with the Battle Trance. I guess then again they have the Vengeance Aura, so it's going to be a little bit stronger in any case. But they don't have like a Faceless Void or Tiny with an Aghanim Scepter, for example, to make just excellent use of the Battle Trance.
Agreed. I will say it will be better if they had the Tiny, but I still think this can work.
Oh, it most certainly can. I think the place where DD should try to take advantage, maybe even go aggressive tri-lane Troll, Skyref, as well as Venture Spirit actually isn't all that bad, especially considering that you're gonna most likely be up against a triple melee tri-lane.
I suppose, yeah. As much as I don't want to see a triple melee tri-lane, you don't really have much option on Qnatek, considering their only true range hero is a Queen of Pain. Templar, short range, I don't exactly count her as range per se, but this is going to be interesting nonetheless. And the Troll here, considering you're up against that many melee, he can just run in, use Whirling Axes, and apply such a big Misty buff to everyone. It does make some sense.
Well, we shall see how they're gonna lay this. At the moment, the Queen of Pain, Imxo, he played the Earthshaker last time around. He starts with boots, so I don't think it's gonna be a support, but can it be a support Queen of Pain?
Yes, technically. I suppose a support Queen of Pain with a point into Shadow Strike. It's a very powerful slow/dot, which then the Juggernaut from Puzzle can capitalize on with a Blade Fury. However, Queen of Pain really needs levels, and I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me to not see Queen of Pain in a mid-roll or a solo role. I can understand a solo off-lane Queen of Pain. I can understand a mid Queen of Pain, a solo safe lane Queen of Pain, but never a support Queen of Pain. I don't think I have ever seen it in all my years casting.
I have even seen just pure support invokers as well, or not invokers, just a single one, a support invoker.
Which team was that?
I don't remember, some tier 2 team probably, and safe to say, it blew big baby chunks. It just couldn't accomplish anything at all, pretty much.
Yeah, an invoker needs levels, just like a Queen of Pain. Hell, even more so than a Queen of Pain. I don't know. Right now, I'm still going to put my money on Qnatek after the performance from game number 1. So, I suppose it's over to you. Who do you want to bet on?
Well, it's definitely logical to just bet on the performance, or based on the performance of game 1, but I'm just gonna have to go for the opposites for it to be a little bit more exciting. Also, just Doombringer Imba, man.
True, Doombringer is pretty powerful, but as this starts off, we have a safe lane Troll from Nico, so he's going to get some farm secured. And this is a sacked off lane coming out of Donkey as well, so this is going to give Puzzle all of the farm in the world. And if there's one thing lately that I think everyone understands, do not let a Juggernaut farm.
Well, it's just Doombringer, he's like, if I go to the offlane, I'm just straight off gonna die probably. I'm not too sure if they were expecting some kind of different laning coming out or not, Maybe he's just jungling until he finds a satisfactory aura for himself. At the moment, oh, he's taking so much damage just from the ogres. He even has the ring of protection, but it's just not enough. Has the healing cell though, so it's gonna be fine for a little bit. So maybe he's gonna jungle until it's like level 3, 2 points into Scorched Earth, something like that, and an aura that he can actually work with on lane.
I suppose that does make some sense, but it just doesn't sit right with me. I don't like this kind of start for a Doom. I've always much preferred a farming Doom in a safe lane, since he can do so much with utility items, just something to buff up his armor, maybe a Shiva's. I don't know. This kind of start, though, for a Doom will really hurt him in the long run.
It most likely will, but at least he's getting more than he most likely would from the offlane, and considering the dual or the support duo from Qnatek, it's not horrible in roaming around, just ignite into Shadow Strike, something like that. If both of them get level 2, blink Shadow Strike into ignite Fire Blast, can definitely set up some kills, especially on the Puck mid lane, who is rather low already just from Psyblades. So, them sacking the offlane, usually it's like if you sack the offlane, you're always running the risk of the enemy support just being freely able to roam around, maybe even to the offlane, just ganking mid lane, something like that. At the moment though, doesn't look like that's the intention for Qnatek.
No, it doesn't, does it? And in the meantime, for Qnatek, they are stacking the jungle camps. They're trying to make the most of the jungle, considering they've got a sacked off lane. I'm just not too sure. I'm hesitant with this game, and that doesn't happen often. Then again, if we take a look at Imoxo right now, and he's looking to set up on the Puck here. All it will take is a blink into a kill. Then again, he could go for the Courier, and the Courier would even be a better target in my mind. Now in comes the possible Shadow Strike, cancelling at once, going to force the orb off to the sidelines, not going to actually travel to it, and now comes the rotation, the magic missile is there, and this is going to most likely be a kill on the Templar Assassin. First blood goes the way of couchor, and well, this is the kind of start Donkey need, in all honesty.
It definitely is, and at the moment I think we just saw why Queen of Pain support isn't that great, at least against the Puck. You cannot really blink in, or I guess you can and try to hope to get the Shadow Strike, but Phase Shift is just a little bit too strong. T-Bone in the meantime takes a lot of damage from Nico Baby solo, not enough to get the kill though for Nico Baby. But that kill, I mean, Ahilia, nice attempt to try to meld things out, but the sentry was still in range there. And now top lane, oh god, T-Bone in a hell of a lot of trouble, slowed down by the concussive shot. They need some more slows, and they're not going to connect. Nico Baby even takes some tower damage, gonna survive, but that's some unnecessary damage that he pretty much tanked up at this point.
Yeah, he needs to be very careful with that kind of unnecessary damage taken, but he can sub it all up and he should be completely safe to it. But I don't know. This kind of play can be punished so heavily on both sides, as Queen of Pain will clean up Yasha on his Doom. Managing to pick up him is quite to the feat, considering. Then again, if we can see Queen of Pain getting a few more kills like that, she can transition into quite the mid to early game powerhouse.
So, we did get one kill onto the Doombringer. It was just blink Shadow Strike into ignite Fire Blast and just try clicking him down. Only 1 point into Scorched Earth was just not enough movement speed nor regeneration. Top lane though, T-Bone in some trouble, concussive just slows him down again. Nico Baby, can he get the bash? Not yet, but the Arcane Bolts and a few more right clicks, I think they're gonna do the trick. Yes, they are. Close, but they got the kill.
Yeah, if they can dive and secure kills on the Titan, that's going to be perfect. If, and I stress, if they can kill the tower as well. And they certainly look like they are setting up for that. If they bring the tower down, the extra gold for the entire team is going to pay off quite nicely, considering the early game kind of power that one would expect from Donkey in this kind of lineup. I mean, they've got the amplification of the damage from the Vengeful Spirit, they've got the Troll Warlord who excels in the early to mid game. It's just up to DD to keep the pressure on.
Well, that's the biggest problem for them most likely, although at the moment they're trying to go for the tier 1. If they get it, it's gonna be huge. If not, Juggernaut is just free farming away. Did go for power thread, so not even face boots, which I think is usually the item build for Juggernauts these days. A-Dot in the meantime will get himself the bounty rune. Not enough follow-up. Fire Blast will not get dodged, but it's not enough with the melt hit even being there. Although, does a lot of damage anyway. So A-Dot will have to go all the way back home. Oh god, the wolves almost brought him down with the ignite. Oh, Shadow Strike will get dodged. And suddenly Queen of Pain can't do anything else. No Scream of Pain, no nothing. Just,
Yeah.
had it been any other mid laner but the Puck.
Yeah, that's the strength of the puck, though, being able to phase shift as much as possible. Oh, I hear a Dream Coil in the mid lane. Going to be looking for a kill, possibly onto the Templar Assassin. All of the damage being thrown in, as well as being under a sentry ward. That is not going to fly for Qnatek, and, well, DD will pick up another kill. Then again, Queen of Pain will immediately counter kill, and they will crush that Troll Warlord into the floor.
Yeah, they were chasing him down for a pretty long time even, but... So, a 1-for-1. It's kind of even, to be honest. Troll Warlord is farming actually a lot better than the Templar Assassin, just because TA has died twice already. A lot of focus being put by DD in the mid lane, and rightfully so. Templar Assassin a heavy, just snowball type of hero, so if you can just slow his momentum, it's gonna slow down the entire team. So nice choice there, but then again, Troll kind of would like to get the farm as well, but there's the slow onto T-Bone. I think they're gonna have enough with the slow of the Whirling Axes, which actually don't connect, so never mind, he's gonna be able to outrun them.
Yeah, and just the kind of move speed that Tiburon can actually acquire on that Titan will be more than enough. Then in comes Puzzle, though. That's going to be the first Omni Slash of the game, and, well, looks like we're having Skywrath for breakfast.
Man, it's... To be honest, for a second I was like thinking, man, that ultimate is ridiculous, just press one button, but then again, it's like Laguna Blade, Finger of Death, or even worse, just because you have nothing to be afraid of, it's just single target, that's it. But oh, mid lane, Ahilia, again he gets caught by Dream Coil. He just cannot rest at all in the mid lane. So this time around it was kind of a Skyref versus Templar Assassin. But looking at the farm, all in all, Juggernaut number 1, as is kind of to be expected. Has been free farming, even came in for that 1 kill now. Other than that though, Troll and Puck doing extremely well for themselves. And, well, I guess Puck not rushing the blink, so it's not that big of a deal in the end.
Yeah, then again, we do have Gedrox going ham with the DD rune right now, trying to beat down into Aki, but not being able to finish off Kyclop either. That's quite the downside of the Ogre, though, but I do still hear aggression going on. We've got some threat here by Nico. He's trying to just keep things pushed up and moving in favor of DD. But still, I look at the bottom lane and I see a lot of pressure coming out of Puzzle. He looks to be setting up to bring down this tower. If he can finish this one off without it being denied like that, this kind of gold lead will start to snowball. And with a Juggernaut getting early gold, having the ability to just kill anything outright with Omni Slash, and going to be looking to farm, in my mind, to what's he going to be building here? Is he actually going for the Mask of Madness on Juggernaut?
Yeah, it seems to be really popular at the moment. That's all I can say about it. More or less every single like 1 position or even mid lane Juggernauts just go for the Mask of Madness. Sometimes it's even Battle Fury after that to just kind of the crazy, just next level amounts of farm. At the moment though it might be like Mask of Madness into Aghanim, something along those lines. Maybe even a Metastar wouldn't be too bad considering you're up against Skyraf's Ancient Seal. And oh, speaking of Ancient Seal, Puzzle, he's gonna get stunned up as well. Can they bring him down though? No Mystic Farewell with the Doom. Guaranteed kill, otherwise they would have just got an Omni Slash in the face.
Yeah, they needed to keep him silenced, and that's just the power of this kind of lineup. Then again, in comes Gedrox and Emo. If they can bring down Kyclop, that's going to be nice, but in comes the A-Dot with the Dream Coil, as well as the Waning Rift. That's going to be enough to clean up 1, and 2 easy kills going the way of Donkey Dota.
Why, oh why did they just continue going in like that? You could see that it was the Queen of Pain. He threw out the Shadow Strike, then he was like, nope, we're not gonna run into 3, but Ogre was like, I'm an Ogre, guys, don't worry, I'm gonna tank up everything. I guess they didn't really expect the Puck to come there as well, but it was just a miscalculation by them.
Thing is, miscalculations like that are going to cost them. But still, I suppose on the bright side, we do have the Templar starting to farm up a okay amount of items. We do have treads on her now. I would love to see more. I would love to see maybe the Desolator on her. But for this game, what feels right as a first item on a Templar, I wonder. I mean, Desolator, good damage and all, but maybe a drum, I think. Just to give you some stats, some survivability, and most importantly, some health.
I definitely wouldn't mind drums. I mean, I think at least 1 set of drums on any team is always going to be nice. Plus, maybe like drums into BKB even. Yes, you can still get doomed, but at least you don't have to worry about anything else. I guess Troll Warlord's physical damage maybe, but Whirling Axes, not that substantial all of a sudden, but there's a smoke, a triple smoke from DD coming out, or a Freeman smoke rather. They want to get T1, who is level 7, is maxing out natural order, and he's gonna get slowed down, silenced up, stunned as well. There will be no escape.
Yeah, this is a very powerful kind of Roman gank style from DD. They have so much they can use to kill a single target. Mystic Flare, Ancient Seal, the damage out of a Troll Warlord alone. It just all adds up to be one massive death ball.
And looking at the puck as well, up to 1.5k gold. Needs only about another 700 to get himself the Blink Dagger. And once that happens, if Qnatek are not ready for it, they will get overwhelmed. But look at Puzzle on the Juggernaut. Has the healing ward maxed out, crit as well. He's going for Roshan. It's a pretty damn sneaky one, I do have to say, if he can actually manage to do so. He's getting bashed extensively by Roshan. Roshan really hates him. But healing ward, it should have enough duration for him to get Roshan. I have to say, I myself was not expecting this.
No, nor was I. This is a level 9, pretty easy Roshan, all intents and purposes considered. But then again, he does have that Mask of Madness as well as the Quelling Blade and a healing ward down. For Puzzle, this is going to be like the early point that he can break the game and the morale of DD. If he needs some good Omni Slashes, he can get them. He has that lifesteal as well as the attack speed increase, so he can capitalize the amount of damage he's doing during the Omni. It just feels good right now for the Juggernaut. Hell, not just in this game, but in this patch, it just feels good to play Juggernaut.
Yeah, Juggernaut definitely seems to be one of the rising heroes, just up and coming at the moment. Definitely more and more teams are experimenting with him. So we'll see how bright his future will be. In this game, definitely looking good. He is sharing the #1 position with the Troll, but a lot of it has to do with just them getting Roshan. But now there's a smoke from Gedrox as well as T1. They even have a Queen of Pain with the ultimate, and oh, if they get Nico Wave, it's gonna be so huge. But are they gonna get him? The stuns are there. Sonic Wave popped as well, but it's still not enough. The Echo Stomp, maybe. Shadow Strike finally coming out. They will get the kill. It took them quite a lot to get it, to be honest, but they got it, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, and they can easily recover from this kind of gold deficit to start the game, though. Considering it's only 1,000 team net worth per side right now, and less than that in experience. It's only 500 experience differential, and this is by no means over. Especially if they can kill the troll a few times.
And look at Inuyasha as well. Blink Doom coming out now. Blink Puck as well, so they have the double blink. Easy way to shut down the Temper Assassin. And speaking of Temper, stunned up, Mystic Flare to fall as well. He has the haste, might even be able to escape. There's the Omni Slash as well. Is it gonna be enough though? It is level 2, but well, the swaps come out. Oh god, the Mask of Madness, the crits as well. They're gonna chase down Kyclops. And the haste on Ahilia still keeps him alive. Puzzle pops the Blade Fury. Gonna try to run away, or is he? Nope. Hangs around. Has the Aegis, of course. And now Nico Wave stand up. Slowed down. 3 for an Aegis.
And it's now 7 plays 7 in terms of kills and assists. A kill a minute. What a turnaround in terms of momentum. A shift of gears, per se, in favor of Qnatek.
And look at Puzzle going for a Basher next. Abyssal Blade with the built-in crit. He is gonna be a monster. I mean, he's already a monster, to be honest. Who are we kidding here? And suddenly he's 1k, more than 1k ahead in net worth of the Troll as well. This fight, man, it was just so huge for them. Doom wasn't around. Even had he TP'd in, would have been too low on mana to really provide enough. Oh, never mind. Juggernaut, overstays welcome, just gets jumped by a Blink Waning Rift, and that's the end of him. So, definitely being a little bit too eager after the last fight, too bold, but still, it's looking good for them.
Yes, indeed it is, and if they can keep momentum, it's going to be absolutely fine. Problem is, both these teams have quite a bit of alpha damage, so if one hero oversteps and gets picked off, it can just shift on a dime in terms of momentum once again, and gears can shift on both sides. You've seen with 2 different lineups how much damage DD can do to a single hero. Both times it's been the Juggernaut on the receiving end. I mean, one with the puck, one was with a rotation backed up by the Troll Warlord. The physical damage versus the magical damage. Both are very nasty.
So one thing that Qnatek has been lacking a little bit, I guess, is just impact from the Temper Assassin so far. Although network-wise, still doing fairly well for himself. It just hasn't been able to do too much in the fights, but he's only a recipe away from a BKB, and once he gets that, that will probably change. But looking at bottom lane, they have the Omni Slash ready. Doom, not the easiest target to go for just because he's fairly tanky, especially with the Ring of Passy and the Tranquil Boots, getting him up to 8 armor. Of course, if they get the meld hit, it's gonna be zeroed out, so that doesn't matter, but can they get the meld?
It all comes down to the positioning for that, and certainly with a good meld strike, the physical damage can really add up, considering Juggernaut, his crits. It all comes down to if... I'm not going to try to pronounce the Russian. If the Templar Assassin can get a good start, a good meld, and hopefully a good splash with sideblades.
So we do have a pause. I mean, to be honest, haven't had too many delays today. Just the first games of each series being a little bit delayed with the start. But some TeamSpeak issues. And, well, while they're having TeamSpeak issues, why the hell just not disconnect from Dota as well? So just restart everything. Of course, it's always nice if they're doing all of that during one pause, not like, oh, we fixed TeamSpeak, unpause. Oh, wait, one guy has to reconnect, something like that. But if we look at the graphs, it is actually in the favor of Qnatek, about 1k in net worth, XP, 2200 or so as well. And it's really just, Doombringer, he is strong in the late game, but Elder Titan, he is just an additional hidden carry as long as he is alive.
Yeah, if the Elder Titan can get a couple of right clicks in, he can do a large amount of physical damage, considering he already has 4 points up in the Ancestral Spirit. He's got 3 in the Natural Order, 1 more point in Natural Order, and in all honesty, it might be all that's necessary, considering that level of negative armor / negative magical damage, or well, negative magical resistance, sorry. It just can do so much in these fights. The amplification alone is just insane.
So, for example, if you're DD, do you go for like a Troll Vladimir's or something, or does the Troll need to go more heavily into just those so-called one-position items to actually heavily carry, or is the Vlad's fine to try to deal or combat with the Elder Titan?
I really do like the Vlads, considering it will help in terms of pushing. It'll let you go toe-to-toe possibly with the Juggernaut, if they can slow him down. However, part of me would like to see a Butterfly or something that gives evasion as the primary choice here. But, of course, for the evasion to be worth it, the Troll needs more than 1800 health for the mathematical game here. Speaking strictly before chance is really taken into factor. But I don't know. It's odd.
It's definitely so. I mean, if it's like a mid lane Troll, which I think it was Goomba Gaming playing the most, Vladimir's offering was kind of a common item pickup. But if you're really in the one position, it gets a little bit harder. And oh god, Sky of Mage, he gets caught. He can pop the Mystic Flare, maybe even kill off. Oh god, Achillia did not go in to soak some of that damage, so it's gonna be a 1-for-1 in the end. So, not that bad for the Sky of Mage.
Not that bad, sure, and he does get another solo kill, which is going to help him out in terms of his levels. And if I take a look at the Skyreth right now, how do I see this? I see level 8, he's got himself components for what will be treads, he's got 2 nulls. He's sitting pretty, in all honesty.
So there was some drama in the chat in the meantime. Sky of Mage accusing Qnatek of kind of stream sniping pretty much. So who knows, man? Who freaking knows? I think it was in the last game that they themselves found the hero. Like, never mind, it was Qnatek then as well, but there was the pause. So it's just great game sense from Qnatek, I think, coming out.
The game sense, I think, is going to be the main thing, yeah. I honestly don't think it's been sniping. It could be, of course, but I don't like to think the negative of players here. But in this case, Doom thrown on Puzzle, he's going to try to survive this one, going to run back. He's going to survive this Doom quite easily, and Nico trying to trade blows, but everyone's alive right now. I do hear a Dreamfall, however. It's starting out, Aki will explode first. Good kill going the way of Qnatek, but now in comes Nico. He will get a counter kill, brings down that Juggernaut. And T-Bron, in the meantime, in the backlines with the Moxer, are they going to try to chase down? They're trying to bring down Nico. They want to hunt and kill the Troll, and that, in my mind, is the right idea. Kill the Troll. Then again, Kaikop will manage to bring down the Ogre, finish him off. He's going to TP out to safety. Now, you've got Nico Baby going toe-to-toe with his ultimate up. bashing a Moxo. There's going to be no chance of surviving that. That's going to be 3 plays 2. Can they kill Nico? They need to kill Nico, but do we get a bash? Yes, we do. That's a double kill, and Nico still stands.
That was just miscalculation from Qnatek's part. Had they not tried to go for a Nico baby, it could have ended for like a 1-for-2, I do believe. And Juggernaut as well. When the Doom ended, that was exactly when the Doombringer himself blinked in and activated the War Stomp. That was really the just thing that changed the fight. Otherwise, there would have been a Healing Ward, there would have been an Omni Slash, and things would have gone horrible for them. But getting the Juggernaut like that, getting the just finishing kills as well, Troll not dying. I think Elder Titan just randomly even throw out the Nerve Splitter maybe, buy some time for the Queen of Pain to be there, just right click without Troll Warlord doing anything to him, for example, something along those lines. I don't know, slight misplays coming out, just giving away a couple of unnecessary kills, and suddenly Troll is the one heavily ahead in net worth.
Yeah, and if Troll can just get... Actually, what item would I prefer on the Troll now? I would like to see the Drum, of course, but he's going straight for the BKB after that Yasha, so that's going to help him tank up. I like the idea of a BKB, especially when you're against an Ogre and a Queen of Pain, plus the Elder Titan, so that's going to pay off in the long run. After the BKB, I really want to say a Butterfly. He could really use the evasion, and the Butterfly is very good damage.
It definitely is, so I wouldn't mind that choice either, really. So we'll see if he's maybe gonna go for it next. But at the moment, Qnatek, they can definitely fight, yet they aren't looking for fights, kind of. I guess it's kind of scary to go up against just the counter double blink, counter initiation, possibility from a puck as well as a Doom. But if you're waiting for the Doom, it's most likely gonna be Puzzle getting doomed almost every single time.
Yeah, if they can get the Doom onto Puzzle, that's going to be very hard to stop. I mean, you focus the Juggernaut. He's the one that's the biggest threat, even past the Queen of Pain or past the Templar Assassin.
Well, looks like we are paused again. It's slightly more serious lag issues, I guess. But at the moment, looking at what items are coming out, Imxo on the Queen of Pain, he is about like what 1.3k away from getting that Aghanim Scepter, although it doesn't really have the levels to properly back it up. Doesn't even have maxed out blink, so that's where a support Queen of Pain's just weakness really comes into play. Although for a support, not doing that bad, I have to say. But Elder Titan also has a Yules, finished it I think straight after the last fight, so gonna give himself a little bit of extra survivability if nothing else. Do we have anything other huge coming out? BKB was done until processing before already, going for a Desolator next. Troll has his BKB done, and that's about it for now. I guess Doombringer also going for a BKB, or do you think it's an Aghanims instead?
It's got to be a BKB, surely. I mean, there's just too much magical damage on the lineup of Qnatek. And Aghanims, sure, does have its benefits, but the targets are still dying within the Aghanims. They don't need to extend the duration, they don't need the added damage. They need the BKB for survivability. At least in my mind, they do.
Yeah, I really don't think the Aghanim Scepter is that necessary either, at least not for this part of the game. If they just get off a Doom on anybody, there aren't like too many passives that need disabling anyway. Sure, the damage increase is good, and if you're actually staying close to them, they can't do anything about it. They're just gonna keep on getting doomed, but maybe just even go for some additional armor, just to make sure that Melted doesn't bring you to 0, for example, something like those lines. Otherwise, it's like Elder Titan Aura with just the Meld as well as Omni Slash following. Might be too much damage for them to handle. But at the moment, from the last fight, TD not looking that bad. They have the net worth lead. Well, it's only about 640, but it's something. XP more or less evened out as well. About a 1k lead for, or actually not 1k, 150 lead only for DD as well. So this game is pretty damn even.
Yeah, and honestly, it's probably going to play out that way for a good 5 or 6 minutes yet. And after the 30-minute mark, I could see Qnatek losing a bit of steam with the Juggernaut, but the same does apply to the Troll to an extent for DD. I'm not too sure in this patch which one is more favourable in the late game, the Troll or the Juggernaut. I want to say the Juggernaut considering the buffs, but just Troll can be such a pain if he can get some bashes.
Yeah, Troll late game actually is something that most people haven't even seen, so they don't really know how to expect it. I've actually seen a game where the team with the troll, they were quite far behind, but the troll had like a shadow blade, lance, plus whatever items, but he kept on split pushing, kept on just delaying the game, and at one point he was so huge that he pretty much soloed the entire enemy team. Just with being a bash lord.
I can certainly understand that, and just the bash is locking heroes down through BKB. It's just too big a problem. I mean, just having that ability to lock down a hero and obliterate him quickly, especially if it's a core. I mean, imagine if that Troll Warlord bashes the Juggernaut for 5 seconds flat.
And it's gonna be... pretty much, if Juggernaut gets the Abyssal Blade and a little bit lucky with the bashes and goes on Troll, he might get the kill. If Troll gets the first bashes onto Juggernaut in return, it might go the other way around. So definitely RNGs will come into play this game, I think.
Yeah, I think it might be a factor because it's bashes versus crits. I mean, there is the option for Troll Warlord to build the crit route himself and just try to obliterate a target outright, but that's going to leave him very fragile. And evasion is a very powerful tool in this game, so then it'll force the Juggernaut or one of these other heroes to go for an MKB.
Oh well, I mean, Butterflies definitely will be good for both sides, to be honest. Decent amount of physical damage coming out from both, especially if you're up against Battle Trance. But man, this troll with a BKB is gonna be rather scary for Qnatek to deal with. Thank God they have Sonic Wave, but man, they need more levels into it.
Yeah, they do. I mean, with a couple more levels into Battle Trance, hell, with one more level in Battle Trance to max it, I mean, that kind of attack speed can turn the entire team, considering then Doom can get in and do as much right-click as possible as well. But Doom hasn't exactly built high right-click, has he? He's gone for a Blink Dagger into what we think is the BKB. It doesn't give him that kind of I'm going to get in your face and just right-click you down kind of style that you would expect from, say, a Spectre. Doom just doesn't fit that role. Doom, in my mind, does fit the 3 to 4 role utility hero, in my eyes, better than some, but, well, he's back in the game and is going to be looking to get underway again.
Well, they themselves are ready at least, hopefully. The lag will not continue, and I believe you have to leave us now.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've had a migraine going for a little while, and it's making my head spin something bad right now. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to tap out and leave you guys with the couchor. But I trust you'll be fine in his very capable hands.
Probably so. So sad to see you leave. Hopefully, you're going to be fine as Puck. Oh God, he gets blown up. Omnislash only got 2 ticks, I believe. After that, Fire Blast multicast to follow. But Black, thanks for coming, man. Just still got 2 games, well, almost 2 games under us. Just some pauses delaying us, but in any case, I'm gonna be going solo now, so let us all hope for Black's best recovery and see him probably in a couple of days time.
With any luck, man. Enjoy the game.
Yes, so looks like Puzzle gonna go for the Roshan once again. This time around, Temper Assassin will be there to assist him with the meld, with the minus armor. Mask of Madness will wear off soon enough, but Roshan is low enough. Or is it ED? They're gonna come in as well, Psionic Traps to slow them down. There's even a courier. Kidrox will get slowed, but the Aegis is picked up. But there's no Omni Slash anymore. Nico baby. Late Fury is used. Inuyasha gets the Doom onto T-Bone, but is it gonna even be enough? BKB from Ahilia. Come on, slow them down. Get the meld hits. Get them Psyblades going as well. Puzzle. Oh, nice Dream Coil though. Keeps them in place for a little while. Fire Blast from Kidrox finishes up the Skyrift, but it's not that big of a deal. Psionic Trap into Inuyasha as well. Ahilia though, no blink there, so I don't think he's going to be able to catch up. Or maybe... Oh god, can he keep on going? Nope, Psyblades do not do damage. So Doom just blinks away, and speaking of blinks, Juggernaut picks one up of his own. Wants to be able to close the distance, just blink. Or maybe even just blink Abyssal Blade later on for the immediate lockdown and just possibly an Omni Slash follow-up. But decent-ish fight from Qnatek. Troll does not die, but then again, neither or nobody except for the Queen of Pain dies on Qnatek themselves. And speaking of Queen of Pain, 2 XP away from hitting level 11, and with that 700 gold away from getting that Aghanim Scepter. So gonna be a pretty huge deal for them. 40-second cooldown on it only. And that fight, Doom was used, yet they were unable to just follow up on the kill there. And that was a fight after the Roshan without Omnislash being even available for puzzle. Although at the moment he's rather low on mana, so he might not even be able to properly follow up. Midas in the meantime picked up on A dot. A somewhat late one, but it still guarantees that you're gonna be relevant throughout the entirety of the game, just getting Hex and whatnot. But Nico Baby goes in with the Whirling Axis, creates the mischance. And they're gonna be fine, but the Psionic Traps, Helia, oh god, does he have the BKB? Yes, he does. Are they really gonna stay and fight? Nope. Troll Warlord, a little bit too much damage. The Fire Blasts are there. Earth Splitter will bring him back and puzzle. Can he do enough physical damage? Nope, the Silence. He loses his Aegis, but what a Sonic Wave. Caught free. Imso, he got doomed up, but a tad too late. Yes, he loses his life, but who freaking cares? They're gonna get Inuyasha as well. It's a killing spree for Helia. Temporal Assassin just pops the BKB, turns things around. Beautiful Fire Blast. Even better Earth Splitter, I guess, and Sonic Wave topped them all off. And even though Queen of Pain died, he did enough. He finishes his Aghanim Scepter now. 16 to 15 the overall kill score. It's most likely gonna be a tier 2 falling now. What a fight. Thank god, of course, that Puzzle had himself the Aegis, but still, he didn't even need to use the Omni Slash, and it's level 3 now as well. That's huge. Whoever shows his face, probably gonna get Blinked Omnit. Even if it's a vengeful, it might be worth doing so. Healing Ward though is still on cooldown, so push might actually get stopped here with the heroes respawning. But that's Queen of Pain respawning as well. Picks up the Aghanim Scepter and Qnatek. They would be wise to back off, and exactly what they're gonna do now. BKB was still on cooldown for a couple of seconds as well for Helia. So there he goes. Does he have his Desolator finished? Has the secondary Mithril Hammer, so needs only 280 gold more. 1600 on Puzzle as well. Don't know if he's gonna even finish up the Abyssal or gonna go for like a Manta style next. I guess there's a small chance that you would want to get BKB. But Manta style might be fine. Up against Waning Rift as well as Ancient Seal. As Vlad picked up on Elder Titan, gets some lifesteal going on the Juggernaut, apart from the Mask of Madness of course. Bonus armor is never gonna really hurt either. But this Doom, he really needs to get a better Doom than in the last fight. He got it on the Queen of Pain, but after the Sonic Wave was already used on free. And actually it was a big deal as well, since Troll Warlord, he almost made it out. Earth Splitter pulled him back a little bit, so he couldn't run straight away. And of course, Queen of Pain's ultimate, man, pure damage, pierces magic immunity. That change just made that hero so viable. Especially now, even in a support role, you can see her making things happen. But Didi, they're grouped up. They want to go for some initiation of their own. But there's the Yule Scepter. Echo Stomp will follow as well. Look, the BKB's there. And he's gonna turn around. Magic Missile into Gedrox. The Doom onto Puzzle as well. This was the perfect freaking fight. Baited. Master freaking baiters, man. Blink, they're now picked up on Troll as well. They didn't even lose HP. Plus, they're gonna get an easy tier 1. Maybe even get the tier 2 after this. Desolator is finished on the Temper, but is it even gonna be enough? Maybe he can just force Qnatek to come back before they go for the tier 2 of their own. 1 TP is already coming, so Helia is gonna back off for now. Illusion Orb will try to chase, but Dream Coil is on cooldown, so I don't think it's gonna... Never mind, he's gonna keep on going. Ahilia's like, screw this guys, I'm gonna wait it out, meld. But Kuklop is around as well. BKB might be necessary. He has a double damage as well. If only he got proper slows. Pops the BKB and going for the TP out. I guess it's the smartest choice, as in the meantime, Nico Baby gets a tier 2 down. So Temper Assassin, kind of a waste of a BKB charge. Could have just kept on running, to be honest, away from the puck. They should have been aware of that Dream Coil being on cooldown. So the team just keep on taking fights back and forth, but the Troll, he is getting bigger and bigger. And just Juggernaut having the blink, but well, the Doom just screwed him over that bad in the last fight. But it just needs some survivability, as Nico Baby unable to get close enough for the Berserker's Rage, for the melee form, so no best chance even. Queen of Pain just TPs out. But there is of course a Bloodlust as well. I think that I don't think we've even mentioned this game. Just boosting up both the Temper Assassin and the Juggernaut for the extra attack speed of course, and the movement speed as well. That's also something to take into consideration if you're heading towards the late game. But Inuyasha now has himself a plate mail, going for a Shiva's card or maybe an AC, both will be fine in all fairness. But they're getting just things accomplished at the moment, although Imxo up on the Queen of Pain, up to 2k gold. I think a Hex next might be one of the better options. Oh, Nico Baby blinks in, Imxo has his own blink, so he's gonna be fine unless he gets doomed or swapped Magic Missile. But they're still trying to chase her down. Oh, just look at that blink distance, are you freaking kidding me? They might still catch somebody, never mind Tibon. He's gonna stay safe. Gedrox wants to keep on chasing. Does he want to bait out the Doom? Maybe so. Queen of Pain still in the trees as well. If they really want to keep on going, Q-Club just into the trees and TP's out though. So nothing much else will happen for now. As looking at the graphs. Oh, Queen of Pain still might be in trouble if Akimbro comes in. But looking at the graphs, it was a pretty nice lead for Qnatek. Suddenly one fight happens, and it's only like 1500 or so in net worth XP, about 3k as well. But it was it was definitely one of the fights that can kind of shift the entire momentum of a game. Just because they got the two tier 1 and tier 2 as well. Now Yule Scepter is picked up on the puck, so a lot harder for them to just get the kill on him unless they get the Hex or get the Fire Blast onto him before. Because Omni Slash probably won't do too much, it's just gonna Phase Shift or Yule Scepter. But Juggernaut still has his level 3 Omni Slash. Hasn't been able to use it for some time now. But if he gets the Abyssal Blade, things are going to get a little bit easier, as Ogre might be in some trouble, or is he there to scout things out? They have vision. Kuklop not going to get ignited, never mind, now he is. 3 ignites flying his way. As the tower taking some damage with the meld, or not the meld, just the Desolator of Temper Assassin speeding things up. And Puzzle, oh god, he wanted to go in, wanted to Omni Slash. Can you Omni Slash? Yes he can. Kuklop goes down, but kind of a waste maybe. There's the silence as well in return. T-Bone, he's gonna go down first. Nico Baby does way too much. Gedrox will go down next, and Ahilia can't do much of anything while being doomed. So Nico Baby, he's low, but he's gonna have enough. Imso blinks out, pops the Dream Coil, but it's still a 1-for-3 fight. That was just a poor decision, going for the Skydive Mage like that. I mean, Omni Slash just... it's a waste of Omni Slash bounces if you only kill that one hero like that. He's gonna have to escape though. He has the blink, so he is gonna make it out with the Mask of Madness movement speed. But that was once again just a horrible fight. Also, the fact that the Doom went on the Temper Assassin and Juggernaut just unable to do anything after the Omni Slash, had to escape almost immediately. Otherwise, had he, together with the Temper Assassin, gone on the Troll Warlord, easy kills. But now Troll blinks in, will get another tier 2 for himself. So those pauses kind of helped DD maybe regain something in this game. But Gedrox, oh god, no, doesn't get the immediate Fire Blast. Nighttime Vision screws him over, I believe. Oh god, DD looking good. Tower did get denied in the end, so that's something for Qnatek. Puzzle also getting closer to an Abyssal Blade if that's his item of choice. But there's a smoke now. They will have the Omni Slash in only 30 seconds. Roshan not up yet. It got more or less a maxed out respawn timer, but that doesn't mean Qnatek know it. They're gonna go and check anyway. Ultimate Orb is picked up on Nim, so I think it might be a Linkens as well. Pop the Linkens on either the Temper Assassin or the Juggernaut. But oh, they get the stun out of Ancient Spirit. A few right clicks, Magic Missile comes in to delay it a little bit. He gets the bash. Man, Mask of Madness. You're gonna get the bash almost guaranteed. Gedrox now, he's gonna go and scout out some more. Nico Baby, he's in the trees. Stay in the trees. Do not show yourself. Can they see him? If only they had Flying Vision. If only they had used. Never mind, Nico Baby. Does he see him? No! Puzzle, no. He goddamn Night Vision. Now Inuyasha pops his Scorched Earth. Does he want to go in or does he want to back out? I guess they want to go in. Nico Baby, he has the blink as well. Are they gonna find Imso first or who's the target? Oh god, Yule Scepter onto Ogre Magi. Easy kill, silence the follow, cannot even get a stun off. Just 3 heroes completely surrounding him. But Skydive Mage might be in trouble as well. Ahilia, if only he had a blink or Yasha or just any kind of mobility for the Templar Assassin. Just looking at Inuyasha, up to 2.2k gold. Not that much, but it's enough for him at the moment. I mean, he has the Aghanim Scepter. Disables one hero anyway. Does a lot of damage while doing so as well. So not looking too shabby at all for them. They have the maxed out Battle Trance helping out everybody on their team. 2.5k on Nico Baby as well. Might even want to invest into a full-on Satanic. If not, Daedalus, maybe a just preemptive Monkey King Bar, for example, wouldn't be too bad either. But now Temper Assassin finally goes for a blink. He's like, screw this guys. We would have gotten so many kills if only I had some mobility. But do we have anybody else hoarding up gold? Well, apart from the Juggernaut, I guess 4,600. What the hell is he saving up for? I guess buyback plus Abyssal Blade at this point. If only Qnatek had some way of just dealing with the Doombringer, making it so that he cannot get off his ultimate. But he's rather tanky at the moment, especially with the plate mail there as well. Even the Elder Titan aura doesn't do much, just because, well, pretty much all of his armor is not base armor. But Roshan now being attempted by DD. If Qnatek, if they can stop this, if they can get this Roshan for themselves, it's gonna be huge, but can they? Puzzle, he goes in, but once again for the Skyrift, it's just a diversion. Guy Club, well, he's gonna go down, but can they stop Roshan? The swap comes up, Puzzle. He's gonna get the Omnislash before the Doom, though. It's gonna do quite a lot of damage, but is it gonna be enough? The Sonic Wave will catch at least two Inuyasha. He's gonna go down. Earth Splitter pulls back Nico Baby as well. This is the fight they've been looking for. Ahilia just turns around with one melt hit. Troll goes down. Doom had to buy back, but they're gonna need more buybacks if they want to just save this Roshan. Although, A-Dot, he's still around. He can maybe steal it if he's on point. Juggernaut in the meantime finishes up the Abyssal Blade. That's ages for Ahilia. She's gonna be picked up by Imk. So, A-Dot, come on, Blinking. Steal Cheese. No, not gonna go for it. So, Cheese on Queen of Pain. So, Doom not getting off his ultimate there. That was huge. Puzzle, he was just like, Omnislash! Had he not gotten the Omnislash, had he gotten Doom, it would have been such a different fight. It did so much damage. And, oh, the jump in! The Abyssal Blade use Puck is down. He has buyback, Troll buys back as well. Are they gonna back off? Every single ultimate on DD is available apart from the Dream Coin. And Nico Baby comes in from the side. Doom on T-Bone as well. Nico Baby wants to go in, but Ahilia, Sonic Wave, Inuyasha, nice swap, but is it gonna be enough? Uphill miss, no, blink forward. Puzzle will go down though. So that's the dominating streak ended. 2 kills, Skyrift Mage will go down as Imco goes in deep. Oh god, Aki, never mind, he's gonna survive. Nico Baby wants to go for Ahilia, might even succeed with this. Ahilia, melt. They don't have detection, are you kidding me? And that's the EA blinking out. Queen of Pain in the backlines comes in, cleans up the Vengeful Spirit. Now, slow goes up, and Nico Baby goes in, wants to go for Imco, never mind, pops the cheese and blinks out. Maybe Cheese overkill, but oh no, the blink on Ahilia. Miscalculation, he wants to go for the fight, but he's gonna get bashed up, loses the Aegis. Can Imco do anything to help them? Echo Stomp is there. T-Bone, he's back into the fight. They can actually kill off Nico Baby with the Sonic Wave. They need a little bit more Nico Baby, just way too damn speedy. As A-Dot a little bit too slippery as well. So nice escape by them, although, never mind. I don't think even a Blink Temper Processing can catch up to Nico Baby being that fast. If they get Rax, it's all gonna be worth it. They're gonna go for ranged one, go for the safe plays. Cheese and Aegis definitely coming into play, although had Puzzle, had the Aegis, would have been way easier even. I was a little bit surprised that they didn't give the Cheese or the Aegis to the Juggernaut, to be honest. But they do get the range track, so they're getting something out of it. Also, they got a crap ton of kills from that, of course. Queen of Pain, he's gonna have his Hex or Linken's, whichever one he wants to finish. I think it's Hex time at the moment. And look at the graphs. Suddenly, a 12k net worth lead almost. It's back to about 7.5, surpassing that 8k XP lead. Well, almost 10k now even. So looking good all of a sudden for Qnatek. Abyssal Blade done, another 3k on Puzzle as well. And this blink on Temper Assassin just suddenly allowed them to actually fight. Of course, the Dooms, I mean, you kind of want to disable the Elder Titan's natural order, but I think disabling either a Temper Assassin or a Juggernaut would be a bigger deal even. Just because, as good as natural order may be, Queen of Pain is, most of her damage is going to be pure anyway, since Sonic Wave is the biggest ability she can use. Also, if you disable a hero that does a crap ton of damage, who cares if you have natural order if that hero isn't going to damage you anyway? I guess they might stand their ground and try to fight if you're doomed, then it's like, yeah, screw this, I'm gonna die. But oh, Ahilia, PKB, he just pops it. Nico Baby wants to go for him, so the silence is there as well. Can he escape this? He at least uses his X if nothing else. Nico Baby drops low. Sonic Wave, is it gonna come out? Yes! Only catches 2 though. Nico Baby gets the 1 kill thanks to him being able to dodge the Sonic Wave, but the few right clicks, they're gonna go down. That is 4 dead. None of them have buybacks. I think this might be game Qnatek. They might be. Excuse me, guys. Oh god. That was some pathetic coughing as well, but didn't want to go for full out coughs. But looks like this might be the end of the road for DD, because you lose this, you are out of the tournament. Sorry guys for a second. Okay, hopefully clear my throat enough now. But this, I think with the Desolator, with the damage that they have, they should have enough to just go for straight off tier 4s. They might try to play it safe and go for double set of racks, although they see no buybacks are coming out. They know some buybacks were used anyway. So Qnatek, they take out DD Gaming, Donkey Dota. And, well, tower gonna go down. Ancient next. 2-0 for Qnatek, guys. Really well played. Just decent enough drafts and making a support Queen of Pain work. Just excellent stuff. They're gonna go for Hockey as well. They just want more kills. That's gonna be Ancient down. Good game, well played guys. Qnatek take this 2-0. And well, what can I say? Thank you so much for tuning in guys for a day of Star Ladder TV Pro Series. It was rather fun, some great games, some just completely exotic drafts coming out as well. I saw a Podge, Lina, as was a Bloodseeker, and all in one game guys, all in one game. It's up on our YouTube as well, of course, if you are interested. It is Scary Faces versus Central of Fear. But this is it for today. We're gonna be back tomorrow at 17 CET as well with more Dota. I do believe tomorrow might be Balkan Bears versus Album Sheet, for example. An excellent game for sure. Yes, Balkan Bears versus Album Sheet and Moscow 5 International versus Hihi. But having said that, guys, I bid you farewell for tonight, for the evening. So have a good one and just see you tomorrow.